Howdy. Decision time is here. And my name is Love and Two Shoes Cottingham, a simple, common, ordinary man in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. I've taught, I've opened my heart. And now things will be different. I pray to you to change them in your life. It's time to be no longer under the authority of another who thinks they control you or have a privilege to direct you, your behavior, your dress length, your hair, what you think, how you say, when you come and go. There is a radical departure from what we have known, for love stands now, and love will lead. You think it's going to stay the same, but it's not. You think you have it figured out. You think wise people, other philosophers, leaders, people who have pulpits, know what they're talking about. You think you can extrapolate. You can project the future from the past. You cannot. There is a time to act. There is a time to lead. And the leaders of this revolution will love. Love will lead, not the arrogant. Love empowers. Love generates kindness. Love generates love. Love, true love generates leaders. True love does not stick people in the pew and say, open the page, this, that, and the other, and chapter, verse, and memorize this, and go home and do your little lesson, and come back programmed with what whoever wrote that material wanted to tell you to be, to do, to live. It's time to take another course where you change your course. You change the course of your life. This is Leadership 101, not. This is destiny. No more a failure. I'm tired, really. In a way, I'm tired of teaching. Teach, teach, speak, speak. I'm not trying to persuade you. You choose. I've spoken. I've given you Database 1, 2,400 lessons that I have channeled. Online, searchable, haven't asked a dime. Been online for years. You can seek it, you can find it, you can search it, and you can find a new life for you in it if you're willing to find the life the life of the source, if you're willing to find the life of your source, the source for your life that is within you, that is inextricable, you've never been without it. You aren't without it now. We're walking around like a bunch of zombies, half awake, half dead, half alive, half conscious, if even that, of our power, of our ability to love. What power love has to create. What love does and doesn't do, and the values thereof. This is a short lesson. I intentionally choose to be brief this day. You choose. I've given you my life. My life is in these words of Database 1. Database 1 will correct your Bible. It will bring correction to a lot of things you think about your consciousness, your reality. In Database 1, there is so much love and laughter, jokes, funnies, literal conversations back and forth between the voice of love and the voice who will listen and converse with love. And the voice who will listen and converse with love is any one of you. You see how this works. It's you who choose. Will you choose you? Leadership. This is leadership school. I lead leadership to be leadership who will create love, create the creator that we thought was some divine organism, divine existence, divine person, divine entity. No, that's for you to create. This is your creation, folks. This is your time. And you can mess around, dink around, or you can go inside. You can go inside of you to find the real you, the Messiah. The true Messiah is not named X, Y, Z. The true Messiah of you, if you find it, is in your mirror, wears your name, wears your flesh, has your habits, deals with your confidence and the lack thereof. It's time to leave church. It's time to leave. It's time to leave those places and those things and those people who want to love you and empower you to remain under their power, under their authority. It's time to grow up. And you may want an analogy. Maybe in leaving, you're walking into your desert, or are you walking into your promised land? See the story. You want a story? See the story, the precedent of God, love. Let's talk about love. First person love that empowers love to be love, that doesn't restrict it, doesn't give it commandments, doesn't keep a record of wrongs, doesn't create a heaven and hell and tell you to go die first. Sit in a pew, pay your tithe, do this, that, and the other. Be silent in the church. Authority, authority, authority. Caste systems laden with bureaucracy, hierarchy. Feudal systems, caste systems of the devil. Demons. Love empowers, love sets free. Love opens the jail. Love creates a consciousness of empowerment, love, kindness, generosity, creativity, and no lack. Love's not trying to get into your dress. Love's not trying, love, true love? No. Love's not trying to undress you and rape you. That's not love at all. That's immaturity, ignorance, selfishness, arrogance. And it's time to recognize it for what it is. It's time. It's time to leave the pew. It's time to leave the stagnant places, the putrid teachings, those who teach leadership, and say, now here is how the richest man in the world did it. You can learn from him. That stinks. My friend, my name is Theodore Cottingham. And when you want to know love, when you're willing to lead, you leave the squalid squalor of the pig pen that teaches you to only make money, to only have influence, to be part of a creator economy so you can get monetized. Where's your love for each other? Where's your love for you, your family? Where's your ability to forgive? Where's your ability to walk in newness of life? My friend, it's not by persuasion that you accomplish or attain or create. It's by your love, through your love. And to find your love, to find the Messiah, you go inside of you. You go where no man has ever gone. You go into the temple not made with hands. You go into the silent place, whether you call it the trysting place, the place of prayer and communion, or not, no matter what you call it. I'm tired of preaching to listeners. Preaching, teaching. It's time. It's time you pick up your pen and write. It's time you do something you have never done. It's time you get yourself out of town or out of the place that you're stuck in, no matter what place you're stuck in, a mental place, a physical place, a spiritual place. It's time. God said to Abraham, a moon worshiper, not a worshiper of God. God didn't speak to somebody that was a religious temple worshiper. He saw the heart. What's your heart? It's time to go. It's time to go. Go where? Go inside of you. And be not afraid of your voice. Be not afraid of your voice. Be not afraid of a stray word. Be not afraid of the philosophers, the rich people, or all the accoutrements of their elegance, their brass and glass. If you want love, you've got to go find it in the source of you without looking for another person to heal your yearning for acceptance. Your yearning for acceptance. Yearning for friends who give a care. My friend, when you want love, when you want to know true love, unconditional love, you go inside and you give it, but to give it to you, you create it because you're the creator of you, don't you see? You are the creation who creates the creator. You are the creation who creates the creator. Understand the cycle, the garden of creation. Understand. You are the chosen people of every nation, tribe, and tongue on earth. You are the chosen people who choose you. Who choose you to love, who choose you to go inside of you and begin to learn. To mind the things which matter. To excavate them. To uncover them, to discover. And it takes risk. Stumble and fall. You start taking those training wheels off. You may fall over and skin your knee. Probably will. God, it's part of the process. There is a maturity. And no one guarantees you anything. And anybody that guarantees you this, that, and the other are fools. They don't know. Because you are in control. You are choosing you. You are the judge of you. Now judge you worthy. Define, decide. This is the day. This is the time. Don't look for somebody to authorize you. Don't look for somebody you can run to. Don't look for somebody you can point the finger to. They told me, he told me, that book says, they told me, well, they're rich, they're famous, they're a bishop, they're a pope. My friend, that matters not to you, your creation of you. Love? For weeks, for months, I've taught about the difference of love versus love, that God is not love. That which gives you a list of commands demands and says, if you will obey me, if you will do my commandments, I will do such and such. Those days are over, buddy. Love lifts. Love leads. Love heals. Love does not inflict hurt, wounds. Love knows when to walk away. Love knows how to be silent. Love knows because it develops the maturity of the consciousness of creation to be the creator of all creation again. Did you hear me? This is what we're coming into. The Creator is you. Let there be light. Let there be love. Eradicate the stink. And everything and everybody and every source that tells you to love a certain way. Love. Love the feeble. Love the stinky. Love. Love. Don't love a theology. Don't love a doctrine. Don't love your Bible. Don't love a book. Begin to love love itself. Love itself. The creative power, not of discipline. Not of trying to show yourself acceptable unto God or an authority or a teacher or a preacher. Come out of the authority of those who impose their limitations, their definitions on you. Get your definitions inside of you, where no man has gone into the holy place, the holy place, the place of light between your ears, not limited to the function of your neurons, not limited to the function of your brain, your enigma machine. When you're ready to grow up, it will cost you. It's costly. It's the most costly of all. You take the most costly thing you have, the most costly of all, and you pour it out. It can be the picture, but it's not the picture of you coming to pour the oil over Jesus' feet. That's a picture of you pouring the oil of time. The oil, the substance of consciousness, where you begin to create the consciousness of love, not being somebody else. This is not futile, and it's not arrogant. In fact, it's the opposite. The religious will say, heresy, blasphemy, you arrogant thing. And if they get a chance, the religious, all who want to cling to their Bible, their religion, and the ways that they have judged right. In their own eyes, they are right, and they will die for it, many of them, because they're so stiff-necked, they're so stubborn. Stubbornness is a disease that consumes, corrupts, destroys. Stubbornness protects its ability to defend its own decision-making, even in light of new evidence, new thought. It just wants to exert its privilege to make a decision pompously. But where's humility in all that? There is no arrogance in humility. There is no arrogance in love. None. Zip. Zero. Love is tender. Love is kind. Love is not fearful of your mistakes of the past or what you fear making in the future. You're going to land that love says, I will show you as you go. Treacherous? Could be, can be. Are you willing to be tenacious? Are you willing to love love more than your husband? Are you willing to love love more than your children, more than this earth, more than God, more than your Bible? What am I saying? I'm saying there's more for you. And what you really want. Maybe you have everything you want. Maybe you're content. I'm looking for those who know there's more and are willing to look in the most unusual place. The place hidden in plain sight. The place where you begin to learn to see when your eyes are not open, because your eyes don't limit you in this place. You see, our two eyes, 20/20 vision, 20/10, you can see things in clarity, detail, hopefully with color, depth, perception. But I assure you, it's not like we think. It's not like we've been taught. Reality is not as we think we are experiencing it. Love says to you, love each other. Keep no record of wrongs. Be not subject to their outburst. Be no longer under their authority. Live no longer in the house of shame that somebody constructs for you through your own thinking by the words that they give you. Be your own word. This is time to generate the new life, to go where no man is going, to go where you have never gone before. Probably, maybe. This is where, no matter what you call it, I don't know a better term for it, no matter how offensive it may be to you or how attractive, you learn to channel. You begin to hear God? No. Let's refine that term. You decide to go into the Holy of Holies and the most holy place on this earth for you is between your ears. Not into your brain per se, not into the molecular enigma machine that you use to calculate algorithms, detect sounds, interpret emotions and feelings. But the mind of light, the inner sanctum of your very consciousness, your life force. It's time to change the source for your life. No longer attributing it to God afar off, a theology. I'm asking you to find your promised land, nirvana, heaven, bliss, I'm asking you to create. Create the portal, create the door. Be the light. You're the light of the world. You have the ability. The ability to what? To see without the sight of the eyes. How? To know. Perceive, perception. How did Jesus know what they were thinking before they came to him and asked them questions? He knew their mind. How did he access their mind? Did they project their thoughts? Project what they were thinking? Is there a mind? Is there a consciousness that we don't see, that nobody talks about because it's all in spiritual terms, attributing to God and spiritual things and this, that, and the other? There's more to the story. And I'm asking you to stand up. You know, I'm going to share something. Maybe it's right, maybe it's wrong, maybe it's something terrible, but you decide for you. I've been channeling for 21 years. I've been teaching. There's over 2,000 videos on YouTube, over 2,000 postings on my website, theodorcottingham.com, available to you. Available to you. There's no paywall. I've asked if you want to join, you can join. I've requested you to join my school, be a member of my school. But I haven't limited any resource. I haven't limited a single word. I became so disillusioned a few years ago, I decided I encountered so many people that would come to me with questions that really wanted to talk. So many people just want to talk. They may tell you, they may ask you a question or two in the beginning. And I've been around people, and you probably have too. Literally, talk 30 minutes without stopping. I mean, at times I just marvel. Diarrhea of the mouth or something, I don't know. I really don't comprehend it. But then, if I move and get ready, like I'm about to go, all of a sudden they ask me a question. And in dealing with a number of people, so many, the other thing, see, we've got to learn to be wiser, to let people no longer run over us. Operating in ultimate humility does not mean you let people trample you by any means. So what did I decide? I got to the point. I'm not saying you do this, but I got to the point several years ago. I thought, there are so many people that know more than me in so many subjects. But I just got to the point. I thought, I don't want to learn anything from anybody that doesn't want to learn anything from me. I'll share, I'll teach, and I will learn from the people I teach. You see, leadership leads, leadership learns. Leaders who are lovers are learners who will learn from their students. In fact, if you will study Database 1, the first 2,400 lessons that I channeled, you will find the definition of all the things that I'm saying, and you will find words and phrases galore that I teach all the time that you don't know where I got them. You may think I'm just whatever. A true leader leads A true leader listens. A true leader values the followers, the students, equally. Listening, evaluating, examining, the exchange of energy because there's a common motive. There's a common motive to elevate. There's a common motive to create and release and to provide freedom for each other. There's no defensiveness. There's no persuasion going on because there's no competition. There's a way to live. There's a way to create and create together. You see, the true leader and the disciple, the student, exchange places all the time. In various moments, the leader can instantaneously become the disciple of the student, thought by thought. And this is the leadership that I teach and the leadership that I create. And if you want any other kind of leadership, go away. Go study at some big university that's accredited. It will cost you thousands of dollars and thousands of hours and give you a piece of paper that you can go out and then create a resume. Go knock on doors. Hope you find the favor of some manager. That's not what I'm looking for, not what I develop, not what I'm looking for, not what I'm leading. I'm leading people to go inside to find the words of the origin of the original you. And behold, you. And become the original you. By learning to operate in your own authority, to no longer be trampled under the foot of any husband, any wife, any religion. The more truth comes out, I will tell you, divorce courts are going to be full and running over, backlogged. So will bankruptcy, because people are going to decide their freedom, their peace is more valuable than the yoke of a vow that they made in the past, that they decide holds them in slavery. Break every yoke of slavery. It's time. I've already talked almost 40 minutes. I'm going. I'm looking for those who will initiate, those who will learn leadership of a different nature. If your prime motivation is a better quality of life, to make more money, have a better car, a bigger house, I understand. I understand. I do not condemn you. Go your way and seek your source. I love you still. But I'm looking for those who will humble themselves before the person in their mirror and say, I love you. I want to know. I want to know. I want to know you. I want to be the real you. I want to know the source of love. This source that actually allows my pupils to dilate and not. That allows my tongue to move. My feelings to perceive something. I'm ready to go to a new place. And when you're ready, you go inside you. Get alone. Get silent. Not that you have to. You can be in Times Square. You can channel in the middle of the street, maybe. But in learning, probably easier to get silent. Go get in your car. Go to the park. Go to the lake. Go to the place that's meaningful to you to listen and care about you. You see, if you don't care about you, if you put everybody else first, you'll never lead. I'm asking you to lead by love. I'm asking you to learn, to teach other people how to break bread with them and commune them and be a student, a leader, a teacher, a follower, a leader, a follower, a student, a teacher, interchangeably with the motive of love that heals the group. Who cares about the 10 people at your table? 10 at your table? Why 10? I don't know. 10? Well, I do know. It's in database 1, multiple times. Here comes phrase. There are 10 at my table. So I think about these phrases. You want to know what I am, who I am, where I got this information, why I teach like I do, why I become. What I am, who I am, where I am. The basis I've mentioned. I wrote a book in 2000. I became desperate. I wanted to know. I wanted to know the source. I knew the story of Enoch. And I knew. I held as truth. If God was love, and love loved Enoch enough that he didn't die, that he loved me just as much. But then as I began to channel over the years, love taught me many things I didn't expect, corrected me in ways I couldn't imagine. Love took my training wheels off. Love let me get a skinned knee more than once. There were times of despair. I stood, sometimes feeling like I was beating my head against a brick wall, standing in a pool of my own blood. I know what pain is. I've never had much physical pain. I know you are not limited to law. You are the unlimited, infinite, immortal creator of you, the first and the last, the Alpha and Omega, the beginning of the end. And you, when you begin to realize the origin of the original story of creation, you begin to see that you are not a spectator. You are not dependent on a vicarious atonement. My friend, you are at the middle of the story. And when you discover who Jesus is, when you discover the Jesus story, when you are willing to quit worshiping something that you think is separate from you, you will see it's you. The Jesus story, the Son of God, the daughter of God, the chosen of God, the chooser, the selector, the teacher, the diviner, the receiver, the projector, the creator. The Messiah is you. Open your door to faith no longer, but the face of God, the face of miracles, the face of leadership, the face of action this day. I love you. Comment, question. Send me your thoughts. I may address them. Someone sent me a question a week or so ago. My answer, the answer of the consciousness of love through me has come over like it's been addressed in three different recordings now. It's for who can see it, who can hear, who can assemble, who can create. Because you're the creator of the consciousness of you. Choose what you're creating this day and create with love. Create with kindness because you are the infinite. Quit worrying about comparison, critiquing, and condemnation. There's no hell that you can't walk out of. Because you're the creator. Create love everywhere you go and in every conversation with every person you see. Enjoy your time. Enjoy the people. Learn love. First person love that you learn to read, speak, write, and teach is the operation of the new covenant, the new and everlasting, living, eternal, infinite. It's the operation spoken about in many ancient writings, becoming the real you, the consciousness of one. I love you. Good day. You know how to reach me. You know where I am. You know my name. And you know my source. And I ask you to begin to be your source, your authority, and learn your power, expanding your love and your consciousness all over this world. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. TheodoreCottingham.com. Good day. Write me. I love you. See ya.